Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about how I use ChatGPT to make a personalized language learning curriculum that fits my needs as an ADHD neurodivergent person. Now, I've been trying to learn languages for 7 to 8 years and I could never stick to a language or stick to a routine. And even if I could, the end goal was so out of focus, so far away that I could never even grasp the concept of reaching it, to the point where I just lost motivation and gave up. Now here's 2 easy steps plus a lot of tips on how to make a specialized routine using AI. Now the 2 steps I'm going to show you are training, which is very quick and easy, and planning/revising, which is a little more difficult but very important. And then I'm going to give tips along the way and a bunch of tips at the end, so stay tuned for that. So to train your bot, you're going to go into ChatGPT. It can be the free version, it can be whatever. Doesn't have to be you don't have to pay. This is not a paywall type thing. Any version of ChatGPT will work. I want you to type "ask me some questions to create a curriculum for me to learn, insert target language here." Now, what ChatGPT will give you back is a list of questions that will relate to your motivations in language learning, your goals, your time frames, your passions, any information that it would need. So you're going to answer as many of these questions as you want. You can pick and choose, but the more information you give it, the better. And you can ask for more questions if you like. You can ask for questions on a specific topic if you like. It's up to you. It's all very customizable. So basically, just answer whatever questions you feel compelled to answer, and then just type that in the chat box, send it away, and it should give you back a pretty generalized plan. If this plan looks like it won't work for you, don't worry, because we're not done yet. We are going to make it a lot more customized to our specific needs using our planning stage. Now, how do we plan? Good question. So first, I want you to break it down. I want you to break down the information that you were given. So if you were given a longer time frame of, let's say, using my example, I was given a 5-year time frame of learning Japanese. And I don't want to see all 5 years because that's not helpful to me. This is not going to help me get from point A to point B, given 4 bullet points per year. No. So what I want you to do is to ask for a daily routine. Now, this daily routine is going to be very generalized, again, most likely. When you're given your daily routine, I want you to look at it and I want you to think about what might work, what might not. Now, obviously, you won't know for sure what'll work until you try it. But I want you to think based on past experience, what might work better for you, what might not work for you. Like for my example, I work really well in the mornings. I have a lot of energy, a lot of motivation, a lot of focus, which I don't have in the evenings or the afternoon. So I said, I learn better in the mornings. Can you change this plan so that the hard or heavy hitting stuff is in the morning so I can retain it better? Now I just want you to specialize this plan, break it down, do whatever you need to do, ask it questions, just make a daily routine, one singular daily routine that would work in an ideal situation. It doesn't have to work for every day. This is not going to be your everyday routine. We're going to take off of this to make our everyday routines in 2 separate ways that I'm about to explain. Way number 1 being the ADHD method. Now, this is my personal favorite method that I've used to get the most out of my language learning, and this is to make routines by energy levels. Now, how you do this is you go in, you ask, can you specialize my daily routine to work for different energy levels? I put 4 energy levels. I put high, medium, low, very low. So something along those lines. Ask it to make routines based on energy levels, and then it should spout back out routines based on your ideal daily routine that work for different energy levels. This is really nice for neurodivergent people because you're not always going to feel motivated. You're not always going to feel super excited, like you want to learn for 3 hours or whatever. You're not always going to have the time, you're not always going to have the energy. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to stick to that 4-hour a day routine for months, if not years. What we're looking for is consistency. And this means that you can take routines based on your energy level, even if it's super low. So you can only, I don't know, watch an episode of a show, listen to a couple songs. Take your energy level and customize your routine to fit that energy level. Again, you can do this using AI. If you think you can do it better just off your brain, go ahead. Now, the second way we can customize this even further is to add variety. Now, what I want you to do is think, how many different daily routines would I need to feel fulfilled or not get bored? And I want you to ask it for this many daily routines. Now, if you're following my energy level tip, what I did is I asked for 3 routines per energy level that I could customize and could be specialized to my needs, could be specialized to a specific topic that I wanted to learn that day, or a specific area of the language that I wanted to learn that day, for example, kanji or grammar or something like that. Now, if you're not following this, you can also just ask for a weekly routine or a variety of routines. Give it a number, I don't know, 5, 10, whatever works for you. And you can just keep asking for more variety until it gives you a list of, like, I don't know, however many you feel is necessary. I have a list of like 12 routines. But again, I have ADHD, my brain is very scattered. I need new fun things to be interested all the time. But whatever works for you. Find that many routines that you think you'll enjoy, put them in a document somewhere. I use Notion, you don't have to. You can use spreadsheets, Google Docs, planners, physical planners, I don't care. But just write it down somewhere, note it down so you have that information readily available. Now that we have our routines set up and we have them written down, I'm going to give you some tips to make sure you get the most out of using AI to plan your language learning curriculum. Now, tip number 1 is to ask for resources. It might give you something along the lines of listen to a podcast or watch YouTube videos or read, from, in my case, since I'm learning Japanese, read manga, or watch dramas, anime, reality TV, anything along those lines. And you can go in and you can ask the AI for a list of beginner friendly, intermediate friendly, this specific level, N5, A2, whatever. You can ask it for a list of resources or shows or manga or whatever in your target language that are good for specific levels. Now, you can keep a note of everything that you find interesting. It should give you like a little blurb if you're like looking up shows or books or whatever. Now just keep a note of what you find interesting and you can always use that to refer back to later. And I found this very useful from my language learning experience, especially with beginner texts, because I had no idea where to start with beginner manga, beginner light novels, beginner books, anything along those lines. I had no idea what I was doing. So I asked the bot for help. A tip for people who like more flexibility in their schedules is ask for fun activities or flexible study time, which is what I use, activities to help you in your language learning process. It should give you a list and just jot down anything you find interesting, any fun activities, fun resources, anything along those lines. I want you to just create a spreadsheet, Notion page, paper list, just jot them all down and then have this in case you need it, especially since I need so much new and exciting and shiny stuff to kind of feel motivated to do a task. I really love that you can just keep getting new resources and new fun activities and all kinds of new stuff. Even later on, you can go back to this chat and you can come ask it, hey, what are some more fun activities I can do based on this language, based on this part of this language, based on these words, this topic, this part of speech, whatever. You can customize it however you need. And that's the best part about this method. My last personal tip to start your language learning journey with ChatGPT is to break down your goals. So you should have given the bot, or maybe you gave the bot, a couple of goals, like long-term goals that you're thinking of, or maybe you just have a couple of long-term goals you're thinking of. Now, I want you to tell the bot these goals, or if the bot already has these goals, I want you to ask it to break down the goals into daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you find necessary to reward yourself with. I want you to break it down into that time period worth of goals. Now, for me, I broke it down to daily, weekly, and monthly, just so I can always have a reward system, and it should give you simple goals based on your level that you can achieve in a day, a week, a month. And if you can't achieve it in that amount of time, you can ask them to break it down more or ask for different goals, anything along those lines. Like I said, this is super customizable to everybody's needs. You can even ask it to help you brainstorm reward ideas, which is what I did. And it gave me a lot of really good ideas on things I could do, small things I could do to reward myself, even big things I could do to reward myself. For language learning goals, it gave me time frames, it gave me pretty much anything I needed to set me up for success. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I gave you at least a couple ideas on how to help yourself in your language learning journey. And let me know in the comments if you have any other tips, anything that worked for you, anything that didn't. And yeah, thank you for watching.